Am I the a-hole for silently getting up and walking out of the restaurant during New Year's Eve dinner after I was told to pay for everyone at the table? Let's find out. I, female, 32, recently inherited a good amount of money from my mom. I keep the money in a separate account as I still haven't decided what to do with it, and I didn't want it to go to waste. Smart. You didn't blow it all in one place. I noticed my husband constantly bringing up the inheritance money and making countless suggestions as to how I should spend it. I need a little red flag and wave it. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Listen, I know you're married, okay? And the saying is, what's yours is his and what's his is yours, whatever. But I don't like that. Another thing is that he expects me to pay for nearly everything the past couple of weeks. Well, of course he does. You just came into some money. You are like his wife's sugar mama. That's how he's seeing it. For New Year's Eve, my husband and I met up with his family at a restaurant to celebrate. It was going fine until I found out that I was expected to pay for everyone at the table. My husband's mom joked about paying for dinner out of my inheritance pocket, which made me livid, but I showed no reaction. That's just gross. Maybe you could just pay with your inheritance. What the hell? No. If you went there with the intention that you were going to pay, that's one thing. But basically being told that you're going to pay and you don't have a choice by your husband, that's yucky. I don't like that. Just silently paid for my own food and drinks. Then I got up and made my way out of the restaurant. Good for you, because honestly, it seems like your husband might have even told them, we'll pay, but they were shouting after me like a crowd, and my husband tried to get me to come back, but I drove home. He got back at 3 a.m. yelling at me, saying I was pathetic to get up and walk out on him and his family after they relied on me to pay for their food and thought I was gracious enough to do it, but they were wrong. They were wrong, and they were acting entitled. Just because you have the funds doesn't mean you're going to. That's a nice gesture that somebody does. If you didn't specifically offer, then there is no offer on the table. Now, if your husband offered, then you need to have a conversation with him, because that could have happened behind the scenes, right? He could have been like, oh, well, she'll pay for it, no problem. And then to manipulate you and tell you that it was wrong of you to do this because you were expected to, and you no. He said I humiliated him and his family, and that what I did was an attempt to get back at them for not being able to help my mom when she was sick. Is your marriage okay? Does he talk to you like this on a regular basis? Because the audacity. That's one thing I always say. Well, you humiliated me. You did this to me. Not even thinking about how you could have possibly felt. Not, oh, well, I didn't mention that you might pay, or I didn't talk to you about paying, or if you wanted to pay, maybe OP wanted to pay and would have been fine paying had it not just been dropped in her lap that you're going to pay. We're expecting you to pay, and if you don't pay, we're gonna be all pissy. I don't understand people. He is mad and is saying that I caused a huge rift between his family and I when it wouldn't have hurt me to pay for the celebratory dinner. You're not the a-hole. They shouldn't have ever expected for you to pay fully. They should have left that window open for you to offer if you wanted to. You know what I mean? They went to dinner. They all agreed to go to dinner to celebrate, and cool, awesome, fun, but intend to pay for your own dinner. And then if the person with the inheritance, OP, decides they want to pay, then they will bring it up and they will pay. I don't know. Your husband is, I don't like the way he's treating you. And this Redditor agrees. So let me get this straight. Your mother died after an illness, and the thing that your in-laws take from this is great. Now she could pay for everything. Yeah, not the a-hole. Exactly. Nobody's even taking into account that your mother has passed and you have to deal with that, and that's going on in your life. They're just like, dollar signs. Let's go. Let's get some free things. They're going to be crying when you spend those dollars to get a divorce lawyer. Then they're really going to be offended and embarrassed, aren't they? I'm going to agree with Reddit on this one. You are not the a-hole. It is hubby and possibly even his family. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave me a like if you enjoyed it and want to see more, and I will see you in the next one.